Welcome, Rise and Thrive community. Shauna here. We're going to start our session today with this recorded warm-up. Feel free to go ahead and start rolling your wrists around, changing directions, whether you're standing, seated, kneeling like I am here, and then from there, make your way down to the floor. We're going to be starting with a quad stretch. Getting ready for some squatting today, so you want to stretch out those front of those thighs. If you can't quite reach your foot, try to find a rope, a band, or a towel to help assist with this stretch. All right, and I talk about it doing it from standing here in this video, but you can definitely do it down on the floor. So enjoy, have a great session, and thanks for showing up and moving your body. Your body thanks you.
And what we're going to do here is just going to take that leg, grab the foot, pull the heel towards the glute. We're going to hold 20 seconds each side. So just focus to keep the knee and the thigh in good alignment here. You don't want to have it like twisted one way or the other. And as you're stretching, you can focus to engage the glute and gently drive that thigh back if that stretch starts to relax. And 2, 1, go ahead and relax out of that side and switch legs. Whenever we're doing our stretch sequences, make sure that you're just kind of getting a nice gentle stretch. I don't want you to stretch so aggressively that your whole body is shaking. So here we go, 20 seconds on the opposite side. Heel towards the glute, gently driving the thigh back. Ideal flexibility for this area would be that you can bring your heel all the way into the glute if that is a challenge for you. Just recommend putting this into your daily routine. Morning and night, spending some time stretching the hip flexors and the quad area. Very good, relax there. And if you're on the floor, go ahead and make your way to standing. Feel free to grab a drink of water. All right. We're going to check in with some range of motion this morning. So we're going to start standing. If your balance is a little off, just have a chair nearby to be able to balance on. Feet directly under the hips, toes are pointing straight ahead. You're going to start by standing up nice and tall. So kind of feel where your pelvis is. Tuck those hips under, find a nice neutral position. From here, let the arms rest at the side. Go ahead and tuck the chin in towards your chest. And now nice and slow with this engagement in your core, you're going to start to reach down for the toes. Just slide your hands around along your thighs, down your shins. Find your bottom position where you feel a stretch. Kind of note where you are. Are you in your mid-shin, your ankles, the floor? And then as you're ready, go ahead and start to come back on up. Tuck the hips under. Start to engage the glutes. At the top, roll the shoulders back. And now I want you to have a little bend in the knees. Stay engaged in the core. Reach up to overhead and see if you can look at the ceiling or sky above you. So shift the hips forward, engaging the glutes. Only go as far as you're confident, and then come back to center. Very good. Relax the arms down. We're going to repeat that once more. So stand tall, chin towards the chest, and slowly make your way down, staying strong in the core and legs. I have a slight bend in my knees so they're not locked out. When you find your bottom position, just spend a moment there. Maybe take a breath or so. See if you got any farther than the first time down. And then when you're ready, start to come back up. Tucking the hips under, strong in the core, all the way back to standing. Excellent. Shoulders back. Still have that slight bend in the knees. Engage in the core. Reach up to overhead as able. And once more, send the hips forward. Look for the ceiling above you. Very good, and relax down. All right, from here, we're gonna start to get some movement in. So just remember where you were as you are reaching for the ground, because we'll use that range of motion a little bit later to make some recommendations for the different parts of the workout. All right, otherwise go ahead and join me here, just doing some side steps. Very good. And from here, we're gonna sort of reach up to overhead, or if overhead bothers you, then just reach out to the side. Otherwise, we'll go into some side steps. We call these our power jacks. Very good. There you go. Excellent. From here, go ahead and take it into a march. Knees up, opposite arm. Nice and smooth. Go ahead and keep it moving there. It's going to get this clock started. Yep. All right. From the march, we're going to kind of, if you have a confined area, just go to the edge. You're going to set your feet hip width apart, crouch down just a little bit. I still am grounded through my legs. Now I'm going to step out to the side, step in, step to the side, step in, and back and forth. About 2 to 3 each direction, and then we'll reverse. Just stay engaged in the core. Nice. Very good. A couple more times. There you go. Excellent. Last one. And meet me back in the center. All right. From here, marching in place, but focused on the hamstrings. So you're thinking about bringing your heel towards your glutes. Rather than high knees, heel towards the glute. There you go. If you're looking for something more dynamic, you could run in place here, do what we call like some butt kickers. Otherwise, just stick with me. Very good. A couple of you are running it out. There you go, Sharon. All right, excellent. Go ahead and take a break there. Set the feet again nice and straight under the hips. We're going to reach between the legs, reaching down for the ground. Touch the hips, reach to overhead. So reaching down, as far as you're confident, reach up to overhead. As you're reaching down, you want to send the hips back, stay long in the spine. And ideally, you want to go only as far as you can keep a nice neutral back. If you start to feel yourself round, just have that be your bottom position and stand from there. Very good. Excellent. From there, we're going to go into a little bit of some balance work with a movement called the sway. So you're going to stand with your feet just outside the hips. Think about pulling up through your core. You can hold your arms either out to the side or up and overhead. As you think about lifting up, we're going to shift our weight over to one side. Bring that other leg off the floor as you're confident, and then we'll switch back, going towards the other side. There you go. Extra challenge on your balance. Close the eyes. Otherwise, just find a spot about 6 feet in front of you to focus on and just move back and forth at your own pattern. Ideally, you're looking to hold for 1 to 3 seconds on one leg, and then we switch. Fantastic. Woo. There we go, once more. Other side. Very good. All right, we're going to take it back to a march. This time we're going to march and punch. So as you're marching the knee, you're going to punch the opposite arm across the body. Focus to keep the hips and knees square while the upper body punches across. There you go. I find this one a good one to focus on the breathing, exhaling as you punch out. Let that breathing rate increase as your body heats up here. Get some good blood flow. Fantastic. After this, we're going to go back to those lateral steps. If you're pretty confident on your feet for that lateral step, you can take it into more of a grapevine. So I'll show the lateral step first, crouching down just like we did the first time. Step it out, step it in, out, and in. Very good. You either stick with that or you can move into the grapevine where you step in front, step behind, and so on. Cross in front, step out, cross behind. Very good. Excellent. Either position. Go about another 30 seconds here. As needed, you can stand up and shake it out in between. You can add some arms to it. Good. Fantastic. Twice more back and forth on my screen. Nice way. Fantastic. Back to center. All right, we're gonna go seal jacks this time. So hands in front of the body. You're gonna open the chest, step one leg out to the side. Close it in, step the other leg out. Here we go. Excellent. Focus on opening through the chest. And you can turn these into jumping jacks for more dynamic, just like a regular jumping jack with the arms to the side. Popping it in and out. Very good. A couple more here. We're going to wake up those hamstrings a bit more. Excellent. Go ahead and bring the feet just underneath the hips, toes straight ahead. We're going to cross the arms over the chest. Think about standing up tall through the spine with a slight bend in that left foot, foot grounded. Take the right heel down, toe up. And now I'm going to bow forward, sending my hips back. Feel a stretch either in the hamstring or I'm feeling a little bit into my calf today. We're going to go about 5 times each side, bowing forward, standing tall. So we're focused on long spine, hips back, smooth as sand. Excellent. Couple more. Over. Neighbor dogs are waking up. Last one. And stand. Excellent. Let's go ahead and circle the hips in between sides. Circle those hips around. We'll go 3 to 5 each direction. Very good. And reverse it. Fantastic. We're going to do that same thing on the other leg. So solid stance in the right leg. Left foot, heel down, toe up. Stand tall through the spine. Now we're going to bow forward, sending the hips back. Waking it up through the hamstrings. Standing tall. It's always interesting if you notice a little bit different one side versus the other. On this side, I feel a little bit more behind the back of the knee.
All right, we're going to do a short circuit here today. 3 sets, 30 seconds of a squat, weighted or unweighted, 30 seconds of a left arm bent over row into a right arm bent over row. We'll just have a short rest in between exercises. Feel free to add any longer rest you need. And like I said, we'll do that for 3 sets. So let's go ahead and get into position. For the squat, feel free if you want to squat to a chair or a bench, you're welcome to it. I'm going to show it unassisted. Set those feet about hip width apart, slight toe out, and here we go. Just start nice and gradual, warming up that body, sinking down to that squat, reaching those arms out if you're not holding any weight to help encourage that chest to stay tall. Reaching out, grip those toes down, send those hips back. Very good, about halfway here. Control down, drive through your feet as you stand. Knees pushing out. Okay, and I like to keep those shoes off here as able, help activate the arch of the foot, and there's our 30 seconds. Moving into that bent over row, set the feet, again, about hip width apart. I'm gonna support one hand on the chair. Go ahead and grab the weight. If you have a kettlebell, you're gonna hold the top of the handle and go ahead and begin. Elbow comes straight up above that torso, pulling that belly button in to keep that low back flat, not arching the back here. And then focus your gaze, once you know what you're doing, down at the hand. So lifting up out of that support shoulder. On the opposite side of the body, I'm going to show it from a stagger stance. So if you don't have a bench nearby, you can use just your body weight to kind of get into position for that row. If you don't have any weights, either get creative with household items or just move your body as if. There's our 30. Go ahead and rotate. So for the opposite side, I'll show this stagger stance. Step in a right foot forward, left foot back, forearm on the thigh, reaching down, and here we go, elbow up, down and up. Focus to keep that shoulder down out of the ears. Try to wake up that shoulder blade. Pull it in towards the spine and the top, building the strength that mid-back. Chin in, nice smooth breathing. Reaching forward, pulling high. Breathe in as you reach. Exhale as you row. Good. Down, up, and relax. Fantastic. Shaking it out. We're just going to take 15 seconds, and then we're going to go straight into set 2. So back to setting those feet. If you want to hold weight, you can hold a dumbbell underneath the chest. And here we go. Sitting back, still focused to control the depth. You can definitely move a little bit faster, but try not to just bounce in the bottom. So hips back, chest tall, breathe. Move through whatever range of motion is appropriate for your body. Chest straight up, eyes looking straight ahead. Get some good blood flow, especially if you've been sitting for a while today. Keep those hips moving. 2, 1, and transition. Very good. Used opposite weights last time, so I'll go ahead and even out both arms. I'm starting on that right arm, whichever makes sense for you. Good support, and here we go. Elbow up, reaching forward. Breathe. Good job. Holding that midline strong. Down and pulling through. 10 seconds. Pause in the top, squeeze and reach. 2, 1, and transition. Good job. I'm gonna go back to my kettlebell on this opposite arm. So standing up, shaking it out for a second. If you're in that stagger stance, forearm on the thigh. 2, 1, here we go. Eyes looking straight ahead. You don't want to have that neck all funky in position, so pull that chin in. Keep that head nice and stationary. Connect to that breathing. You want to really pull that elbow nice and high. Get the most out of that range of motion. Reach down, pull up and in, down, and rowing high. Good. Just one more set after this. Reach and row. 2, 1, and rest. Good. If you need a little bit longer rest, if you're on that recording, just press pause. Set those feet, nice tall chest. Getting ready for our final set of squats. 2, 1, and here we go. Control the depth. Stand smooth. Good job. And if you're more experienced, you know your body, move faster. Staying tight, keeping that solid position. Good job. Pull that belly button in. Very nice. Maybe one more. 2, 1, and transition. Fantastic. Last time through on that bent over row. Standing tall. Place that hammer, wide handprint. Grip the fingers. And here we go. Straight up. Breathe in to reach. Exhale on the row. Reach and rowing through. Down and up. Good. Down, pulling through. Good job. Head neutral. Pausing in the top. Down, up and pause. Let's go one more. Squeeze and release. Fantastic. Final time, last arm. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Head neutral. Reach and row. So we're helping that mid-back strength, improve that postural strength, keeping us standing up nice and tall, help how the shoulder blade sits on the rib cage. So you don't want it to sit forward on the rib cage. It tends to give us that rounded shoulder positioning. So we want it back and down, nice broad open chest. And 2, 1, all done. All right, folks, fantastic. Let's just get a little cool down here. Just rotating our body side to side. Let the breathing catch up. Very good. And then we're going to move into a side stretch. So get a little bit of bend in the knees. Heels are planted. Reach up to overhead. And we're going to bend to one side, stretching out that side body. Breathe in to lengthen. And exhale, taking it to the other side. Good. Let's go 2 times more, side to side. Over. And up. Over. All right, last time. So you can get just a little bit farther, really reaching over your head with that top arm. Back to center. And the other way. Good job. Shake those arms out. Feel free to step out the legs as well. Beautiful. And then quad stretch. If you need to get a rope press, pause, anything to grab your foot, by all means. Lifting up out of the hip. You can do that side lying position as well. Pull that heel towards the glute. Pull that shoulder back. And just nice and relaxed. We're going to hold 20 seconds on each side. We'll call it a session. Yep. In our stretching, we want to feel the stretch without wanting to grimace and cry like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. Go ahead and release. Same thing, other side. Grab that foot best you can. And pulling that heel towards your glute, which is just basically your butt. I'm a little stiff here today. Ideally, you want to be able to touch that heel towards the glute. And don't judge yourself if you're like, heck no, I can't even come close to that. Just do the best you can. And go ahead and relax there. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for showing up, moving your body. Hope to see you next time.